Hello and welcome to my new workout, which clearly isn't in France. I'm back in Dubai working for a couple of weeks, so thought I would do a workout while I am here. So we're going to get started standing on the mat, and we're just going to do a warm-up to warm up the hips. So we're going to step together, touch the ankle, and then reach up. Touch the ankle, and then reach across. So ankle, up, reach up from the hip, tuck down, and then twist from the waist. 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more of each. Okay, so now the other side. Have to get this right. Down, up, down, and across. Down, lift up, down, and across. Good. 3 more. 2. And last one. Down and across. Excellent. So I'm going to face the end of your mat. We're going to hinge at the hips. Take one leg back. Arms come to either side of the ears, and we're just going to lift and lower that back leg. So only in line with the hip, nothing in the lower back. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring the hands to the knee and then out to a balance. For 8, 7. Sometimes it's easier to come off the mat if you're not on a hard surface. There's a lot of work in that standing leg. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now come up to standing with the knee to parallel. We're just going to straighten the leg and bend. For 8, 7, so working the quad. 6, and also that supporting leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep balance if you can. If you need to hold on to something, please do. And we're going to do some tricep pushbacks as we do a hamstring curl. So go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend the knees. A lot of work in that standing leg. Okay, let's do a couple of roll downs before we go on to the next side. So we inhale, exhale, nod the chin to the chest, rolling down, keep that pelvis high as long as you can. Come down. You want to bend the knees a bit at the bottom, that's fine. Inhale, and then exhale, use those abdominals to lift you up. And then roll the shoulders back. 1 more. And then inhale, use the abs, lifting up. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the other leg. So for me, it's my right leg now, left leg back. And I lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now knee to tabletop and hover. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now our knee comes to a tabletop and we extend and bend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then that final one with the hamstring curl. So we go in and out for 8, 7. If you can't do the arms at the same time, just do the leg and keep your foot flexed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend. So we should have really nice warm hips now. That's a lot of standing balance, a lot of stability around the core area, but those muscles are just so important to us. So let's just do 2 more roll downs, and on the second we're going to stay on the mat. Okay, so let's inhale, exhale, nod the chin to the chest, rolling it down, and then lifting back up. And let's just rise onto the toes now to test our balance again. And down, and then this time we'll roll down, walk out, and then bring the legs around, and we're going to lie on our back. Okay, so holding on behind the thighs, rolling down. So we're going to start with some hip rolls. So we're going to take our arms to a low V, bring the knees to tabletop, and then we're going to take our knees and feet and hips over to one side, but I don't want you to collapse over, only as far as your abs can allow, and then bring the obliques to bring them back. So other side, and back. So inhale as you take them over, and exhale as you bring them back. Use those arms as stabilizers. Good, let's do 2 more either side. Go in your own time. And last one. Call to prayer. Okay, and hug the knees in. Okay, we're going to some abs now, so hopefully you can hear me over the mullah, in the call for prayer. Okay, so take your head into your hands, let the thumbs go down the back of the neck, and then take one leg to tabletop, your other knee to tabletop. We're going to do an ab curl, and then as we lower, we're going to extend the right leg. So bring it in and extend. So only lower that leg as far as your abs will allow. So what I don't want is for the abs to pooch out and you lose all the connection. Okay, so it may be that your leg is coming here. Maybe that your leg is all the way down here. Work with your body. We just don't want any strain in the lower back. So don't want to be pulling on the neck. Those hands are just a nice little pillow. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Arms are going down now, so we're going to use them to help us do our roll over prep. So we're going to lift the hips up and down. So what we don't want to do is use momentum here. We need to try and use the lower abdominal muscles to lift the hips up. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Head back in the hands. Let's go to the other side. So we curl up, left leg straightens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then let's do one more set of the rollover prep. You may only be coming a little way off the mat, but that's okay. You just, so long as you know you're using those lower abdominal movements to lift you up and not momentum from the legs. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's just hook those knees in again. So now I'm going to combine the hip roll with an oblique twist. So I'll just show you one. So we're going to rest the head in the hands again. We're going to take the legs over to the right just slightly and then lift up, taking the right elbow towards the left knee. Center and down. Other side. Left knee and down. So we don't take the knees over far, but you'll definitely feel this in the obliques down the side of the waist. Try and keep that elbow back, so you're taking the shoulder towards the knee. And keep breathing. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's let the right leg go long and cross the left leg across the body. Get the left arm extended wide and look towards that left side. Release any tension in the low back, in the abs. Then bring it back in, and then let's change sides. In and down. Okay, so let's go back to working the glutes. So we're going to come into a bridge now. Repeat our feet, knees and ankles together, and I want you to raise onto the toes. So we're going to lift up and tap down. So straight up, tap down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now lift up, open, close, tap down. So really squeeze those inner thighs. Down for 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to fight quite hard to try and keep my ankles together. 7 and 8. Good. Put the heels down and then take the feet just to the edge of the mat, but in an external rotation. So your hips are pointing out slightly on a slight V. So we're just going to do a basic lift and lower from here, and it uses a muscle in the outside of the glute area. And then we're going to continue working those internal and external rotation of the hip. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold up there, and we're just going to bring the knees together and out. So it's internal rotation, external rotation. Oh, let's go onto rise onto the balls of the feet to do this. So we go in and out, just gives us a bit more space. In and out for 8, 7, keep squeezing those glutes, keep the pelvis high and stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down and lower down. Excellent job. So let's come onto our side now, and we're going to prop up on our elbow, and knees are bent, so we're not slouching here, we're really pushing through and lifting from the waist. And we're going to go into our clamshell. So again, feet stay clammed together, and we just open and close for 8. Actually, let's do 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the knee open, take the hand behind the head, and we're just going to bring the knee, elbow to the knee and raise. So try not to collapse here as you go down, so keep lifted and just use the waist for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So now lying long on your arm, the legs can either be completely straight, or if you need a little bit more balance, bring them slightly forward. I want you to flex the feet and keep the legs together. We're just going to lift both legs, squeezing those inner thighs, and lower. Really squeeze them. Try not to collapse in the waist. Keep that little mouse hole there. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the top leg in front. If you can, hold on to the ankle or rest it down, whichever's more comfortable for you. We're going to lift that underside leg, and we're going to circle forward for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now reverse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, push up, and let's just do a quick counter stretch, and then spin our legs around to the other side. Okay, so popping ourselves up on elbow first. Okay, so nice and lifted, use those muscles underneath the armpit, and we're going to open and close. I like to keep my hand on my hip so I know I'm not rocking back. So what we don't want to do is collapse like that. We just want to use all the muscles around the hip. Lost count now. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand behind the head, so push the head back into the hand, open the hip, and we go crunch in and out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. And last one. Lying long. We lift, flex the feet, we lift both legs and down. Good, really squeeze those thighs together. 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Good. Comes forward, raise that bottom leg, and let's circle forward for 6, 5, lots of work for the inner thighs, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing up and counter stretch. Good. Let's work some upper body now. So we're going to come to a high kneeling position. Okay. So we're going to hinge slightly, so you need to push your feet into the mat. I'm going to do a lat pull down, so from the side. We're just going to pull the arms down and the shoulder blades to come together on the back. So imagine you're pulling down those heavy weights of the machine in the gym. So for 10, 9, create your own resistance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now arms long behind the ears, hinge a little bit more forward, and we're going to go swimming. So we inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, just like we do lying face down. Just doing a little bit more balance. For 6, 5, 4, 3, keep the eye gaze forward, 2, 1, and come up. Now we're going to go into some tricep push-ups. So either if you want to go back, or obviously do full tricep push-ups if you wish, or if you want to stay in a box tricep push-up. So the elbows are going to go back as the chest comes forward. So what you don't want to do is everything go back. So the head comes straight down. So we down and up. So inhale, exhale. 6 more. Don't drop the head. 4, keep that tummy muscles nice and protecting the back. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back onto those knees. And we're gonna do the arms wide. I'm gonna circle them forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're now going to send the arms to a V and then pull them into a W. So V, W. So again, bringing the shoulder blades together on the back. Create your own resistance for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just give those shoulders a little roll, and then final one for the arms, and then we have one more exercise and then we're done. So we're going to go into a wide arm push-up now, so like working the chest muscles rather than the triceps. So our elbows are coming out to the side this time. So we go down, push up. Again, head is coming down, don't let the body go back. For 8, 7, 6, keep the shoulder blades nice and stable on the back. Abs are assisting the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just widen the knees and sit back into a rest pose. If it's just circle the wrists, do that. Let's just take a couple of nice big deep breaths. And one more. And then we'll come into our final exercise. So we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling. Tuck the toes under. Go into a hover plank. Step our feet back into a full plank. Then I want you to cross the right leg over the left leg and turn your dip your right hip. So you're twisting slightly towards the left. Then we're going to pike the hips up, and our hips are going to face the mat parallel. Drop down into a plank, and you twist to the left. So up, right hip down, parallel, right hip down. Let's do 2 more, and down, and last one. So we twist to the front, uncross our legs, bring the right knee in, left knee in, and down. So let's do that with the other leg crossed. So lifting up into our hover, left leg back, right leg back, and then our left will cross our right, and now our left hip will dip. And then we come up and the hips go parallel. So dip and parallel. So we're maintaining a nice strong plank even though our hips are dipped, and we're working that waist. 3 more. Two. And 1. Uncross the legs, back into plank, left knee in, right knee in, and drop. Excellent. So let's end with a lovely mermaid stretch, and hopefully that crow will disappear. There's some lovely birds in Dubai, but the crow's less so. Okay, so arm up to one side, try and keep those hips nice and grounded, and then we scoop those abs back, and we come across until you feel a stretch across the backs of the shoulders. Open out, drop the elbow, try and keep that hip as grounded as you can. A nice stretch along the side. We've done quite a lot of oblique work today. And then a counter stretch. Okay, 1 more. Around. Open. Drop. And counter stretch. Feels nice to stretch that waist. And then let's go to the other side. Okay. Rounding. Opening. Lifting up from the hip. And counter stretch. And 1 more to the second call to prayer. Open. And over. And you are done. So if you feel you need to stretch out some more, maybe do a figure 4 stretch to ease off those glutes, or maybe some gentle neck stretches, or just some breathing, you go ahead and do that. Listen to your own body. But thank you for joining me here in Dubai, Marina, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.